Alright, so all of these are the ones that I've decided to keep. I wasn't planning on actually keeping any of these puzzles that I received today. So what I've decided to keep for myself is the Ghost Floppy, the Keychain Ball 3x3, the Keychain Jing's Pyraminx, the mini Pyraminx, this thing, can't remember what it's called, the 3 Finhops Tianyuans, I think they're called, the dart puzzle, and that's it. So let's take a look at the Ghost Floppy first. So this is basically a 3x3x1 floppy, and I do already own some 3x3x1 floppies, but I think these ones are known as super floppies because you can do stuff like that with them, which I'm pretty sure you can't do with this. And I already own some ghost puzzles as well. I think these are all of them. We've got a ghost 2x2 there, 3x3, and I think this is a ghost Jing's Pyraminx. But I don't have a ghost floppy cube, so I think this is going to be really interesting to just check out and solve. I don't know if it would be that difficult to solve or not. On the one hand, a 3x3x1 floppy is really easy, but on the other hand, usually when you turn a puzzle into a ghost puzzle, it makes it really difficult. So it says Guimo Yi G Ghost Cube Yishin. I don't know, I just find it funny trying to read these words. Yishin Ji Mo Fang 2017, Yongjun Toys, ICA, International Cube Association. Let's open this up. Yeah, I decided to keep the silver one. I think I prefer the look of this in silver rather than gold. So there it is. Not really that keen on these like weird oval shapes. I think it spoils the look of the puzzle. But apart from that, it looks pretty damn cool. You can see we've got like a star shape there. So let's just see if it is a super puzzle. I don't think it is. Well, no, because you've got like blocking, but maybe not all of the sides are like that. Let's see. Yeah, it seems if you try and use it as a super puzzle, you just run into blocking. But yeah, and you can see it's brushed metal, so you might be able to see the lines on the on all of the stickers there. So I don't know if it's possible to get this back into its solved shape, but for some of the lines to not match up. I'm guessing that's not possible. It's not possible for that to happen, but if it is, then that will add some extra difficulty to it. But yeah, let's scramble this. Okay, that doesn't want to move. Okay, it has done now. Let's see if we can do any super moves now that it's scrambled. Not quite. No. No, I'm guessing they're just not possible at all on this puzzle. But yeah, so that is a scrambled ghost 3x3x1. Here is the mini ball 3x3. I already have a full-sized version of this. I just really love the idea of having like a keychain sized version of this. Mini bead cube 3x3. Let's open it up. And it says Finhop there. There's the instructions there. Use an instruction of 3-layer cube there. And there it is. So there's a keychain part. Got this really big ring on it, which kind of looks too big for the puzzle. Yeah, let's see how it turns. Not that great, it's quite catchy actually. It's not as good as the full-sized one. But let's see that corner coin. Yeah, it's not too bad. Reverse. No, not really any at all. Let's do the checkerboard pattern. And so there's your checkerboard pattern. And that is the YJ Keychain Ball 3x3. And I'm really looking forward to this one. I don't know, I just think it's so interesting, a keychain sized Jing's Pyraminx, and here's my full sized one. This is the knockoff one, the ultra rare knockoff Jing's Pyraminx by QJ. So that's a full sized one. There's a box, Sengo 6 Plus, smiley face. Let's open this. I don't know why Shengshao changed the name to Sengo. I think I prefer Shengshao. Whoops. Let's get this keychain onto it. So there you go. And there it is compared to the full-sized one. Pretty cool. So those are the colours, and as I expected, it turns pretty damned great. So let's scramble it up. So there is a scrambled keychain Jing's Pyraminx. Now for the mini Pyraminx. So yeah, for some reason I thought this was bigger than the Keychain Pyraminx that I have, but it's actually the exact same size. But I thought, you know something, I'd still like to keep this because for some reason I just think mini Pyraminxes are cool. And here it is next to a full-sized Pyraminx, so you can see how it compares there. So let's open this up. I've got a feeling this is probably not going to turn that well, and the colours are painted onto it. Oh, that's not too bad, that turns better than I expected. Well, interestingly, these triangles, I don't know if they are actually physically bigger than these ones, or whether it's just the painted on triangles that are bigger than these ones and the actual pieces are the same size. I think the pieces are actually bigger. But let's do that Pyraminx algorithm. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like that side has got a clicking mechanism, kind of, but I think maybe it's something catching. But then the other parts don't have a clicking mechanism, so I think with that other side it was just something catching or whatever. But yeah, let's scramble this. So I think this is the cheapest puzzle out of all of the puzzles that I bought, that I received today. So there is a scrambled mini Pyraminx. This is an IQLink Crazy Curves. So I think this is a packing puzzle. It's got Chinese there, and then it says Crazy Curves there. So there it is, solved. And you've got an interesting texture on these bits of plastic. That's a really nice touch. At first, when I was looking at this from further away, I thought, is this 3D printed plastic? Because I could see like a texture on them, but when you look at them closely, you can tell it's not 3D printed plastic. It's just the texture it's meant to be there. And there's a piece there. So yeah, I reckon the object of this game is to just take them all out, mix them up, and then try and fit them all back onto this. So this is a two-layer dart puzzle. I can't remember if you call it a square one or square two. I think it's a square two. So I already have two of these, but the colour schemes are a bit different. So because I like them, I thought, well, I'd like to keep this one then, since it does have a different colour scheme. I don't know if it's going to make it feel that much different to solve or not over the other two. So here's the other two. So like I said, this one is different because I unboxed the same puzzle as this. This one is different because you get like quadruples of the same colour, so like 4 reds, 1, 2, 3, 4, quadruples of each colour on there, whereas on this one it's just pairs, it's just 2 of each colour. And then this one is different over these two because this face and this face is made up of several colours, whereas with these two faces are just all blue and these two faces are just all green. And you get the colours in quadruples on this one as well. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 reds, 4 of each colour. But you don't have to have them together like you do on this puzzle. So like, if this was solved, all of the reds would just all be next to each other. Whereas on this one, you can have it like that. You could have all of the reds next to each other like that, but you could also have just 2 reds there, and 2 reds there, or 2 reds there. So all 3 of these, like the colour schemes, they're a bit different from each other. So don't know if it's going to make that much difference to how they solve. I've still not actually got around to properly trying to solve these yet. I did have a go a very long time ago, couldn't do it, but now that I know how to solve the 2-layer cheese puzzle or petal puzzle, I think maybe if I take what I know from that, I could apply it to these and possibly solve them. And if I kind of get used to the square 1 puzzles and the square 2 puzzles again, I've not solved those for a real long time. So, yep. So now for these YJ Tianyuans, Finhops. Now, these look like very simple puzzles, but they look like maybe they won't be that simple to solve. I'm sure they still won't be that challenging, but they look like they could at least be a bit interesting to solve. And with a couple of these, when I looked at the pictures of them online, I really can't figure out how they move. But yeah, let's take a look at them. So there's a box, let's open it. Oh, we've got some tape on it there. So it could turn out that when I solve these, I don't really find them interesting enough to keep. Then again, maybe I will do, but if I don't do, I'll just put them onto eBay as used puzzles, even though they'll still be like brand new. So here's this one. So like with this one, I can't, there's the instructions. From the pictures, and just from looking at it now, I can't figure out how it works, because yeah, you've got these circles, these like circular cuts, but you don't have any other cuts on the puzzle. You can't like turn it or anything, so how do you move these circles around? Do you push them in? Oh, you turn it like that. Oh, okay. I just wasn't expecting that at all. That's really, really interesting. And you've got your coloured green edges there, green and yellow. You've got green and white there, different coloured edges. Wow, that's really interesting. I don't know if this is going to be that difficult to solve or not. So as you can see, when I turn this white one, every circle around the puzzle moves, and of course these two just stay where they are. Well, that's really interesting, that. Let's have a look at the instructions. Also, it's telling you how to solve it there. So I'm just glancing at these instructions. I don't want to look at them properly because I don't want it to spoil anything. I want to just try and figure it out on my own. But from these instructions, especially when you get to like these ones, and you've got all like these lots of little algorithms and stuff, and there's just so much writing and diagrams and everything, it kind of looks as though it could be quite complex to solve. So yeah, what a really weird, interesting puzzle that is. Hopefully it's interesting to solve and not just like really kind of simple and straightforward and boring. So this is the V2. Instructions. So yeah, so now of course I know how this moves, because I know how this one moves. When I was looking at the pictures, I couldn't figure out how this one moved either, because it's like, okay, so it's like a cube, but you can't turn any of it, and then you've just got like a ball in it. But yeah, of course you can move the ball. So I see what the difference is between this one and this one. On this one, these edges are hidden. Well, unless you move it like that. But and just kind of leave it like that. But when it's when you've got things properly in position, they're hidden. Whereas on this one, they are visible because you can still see the white edge there and the orange edge there. So that's what makes this one a step up from this one, and will make it a bit more difficult to solve. But yeah, let's scramble this. And these move really, really smoothly. So there you have a scrambled V2 there. And we've still got white edges with white. Let's change that. There we go. Oh, same again. There we go. Alright, so the V3, I think when looking at the pictures of it online, it was easy to see how it moved, because you do actually have cuts on the outer cube. So it kind of looks like it's an outer 2x2 with an inner ball inside. So yeah, it's kind of obvious just by looking at it, when you can see the cuts on this outer cube, that you can move it like that, like a 2x2. So this is obviously a step up from this one. But yeah, I guess you could call that scrambled now. Kind of a bit difficult to make it look fully scrambled. There you go. That looks fully scrambled now. So yeah, so these are all the puzzles that I'm keeping. we've got the three Tianyuans or whatever they're called, the floppy ghost cube, the Keychain ball 3x3, the Keychain Jing's Pyraminx, the little Pyraminx, this packing puzzle, and this 2-layer dart puzzle. And these are all the puzzles that I'm gonna try and sell for a profit on eBay. Whoops. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching. So after making the video, when I pulled the bubble wrap out of the box, because I like to keep the bubble wrap from packages that I receive because I can use it again when I sell things on eBay, I noticed that there's actually something at the bottom which is a freebie. And it looks like we've got some miniature playing cards, which is really, really cool. And it looks like you can just kind of punch them out there. But also, what I want to do is, before, for some reason, when I was showing the puzzles that I've decided to keep, I just completely forgot to take this out of its packaging and just kind of like show how it turns and everything. So I'll do that now. Also, as well, just before, I had another go at trying to solve this one. And by the way, as well, before I was saying something like, I think these are called square twos. That's the type of puzzles they are. They're actually not. I've remembered now what a square two is, and it's not this kind of puzzle. These are actually super square ones, because you've got like this bit in the middle that you can turn like that. So yeah, I was messing about with it before. Didn't really know what I was doing, and after a while, just kind of trying out different things, I managed to solve it. So I've quadrupled up each of the colours, so we've got 4 greens next to each other, 4 yellows next to each other, and 4 reds. And I guess you could also call this a solved state as well, where you just separate the pairs like that. So yeah, I think you could also call that solved. So yeah, let's take this one out of its packaging and we'll see what it's like, what it turns like. Oh well, that feels quite loose. That actually feels really nice. It feels a lot better than this one. Actually, I don't think this is by Jing. I think it might be by Jing. And it doesn't turn that badly. You've just got to make sure you line up this middle bit, this middle slice, with the rest of the puzzle. This is a Jing, and that's kind of catchy. This, it's like the plastic feels different as well. It just feels like really kind of nice and smooth, like it's, I don't know, better quality plastic. And the turning just feels like much better quality. It just feels like a much better quality puzzle. So yeah, let's scramble this. Yeah, sometimes when you turn one of the layers, the middle bit can turn with them. It's the same with these two. It's the same with any super square one puzzle, really. Yeah, until solving this one just before, I've not solved any square one, square two, or super square one puzzles for a really, really long time. I think all of the square puzzles are really fun puzzles to solve, so I do really want to start solving some again at some point. There's some that I've still not managed to solve yet, like this one and some 4-layer ones and stuff, so really looking forward to having another go at trying to solve them. I think you could call that fully scrambled, maybe. Yep. So, okay. So there's all of our 2-layer super square one puzzles there.